Talked about removing heavy metals from the body, and that obviously seems like a good idea. But what about plastics? Microplastics, nanoplastics. Is this really an issue with health? Is this something that I have to worry about? Should I actually take measures to prevent it? What can I do to prevent the buildup of nano and microplastics in my body? And what can I do once they're already in my body? Okay, so first off, what can go wrong if you have a bunch of tiny little pieces of plastic, which are micro or nanoplastics? If they were larger pieces of plastic, you'd actually be better off. Don't eat large pieces of plastic. It's not good in any sense, but at least your body could get rid of it, right? Probably through fecal matter and this and that. But these tiny little nanoparticles or microparticles of plastic, well, they can go into your tissues, they actually get absorbed into your tissues, and it's extremely hard to get them out once they're in there. So you're better off approaching this in a preventative sense and not letting it happen in the first place, at least starting now from day one. And what can go wrong if you have those plastics? It can cause toxicity, dysfunction, and disease in the body. Things ranging from heart attack and stroke to pulmonary issues if you're breathing in these micro or nanoplastics. A whole world of complications. You have hormonal issues, reproductive issues, even death, right? So it increases your risk for those at least. So I get everybody all scared, right now, but interestingly, the things that help you to not get plastic in your body are also healthy in general. Shocker. Surprise, surprise. Here's another video. We're giving you reasons to do all these things that are healthy. We give you 100 billion reasons to do these things. If we eventually do that many videos throughout life, I don't even think I'll be alive that long, but, it's unless stem cell research takes off. But, here you go. In terms of the top 6 things I think are good to do to avoid the buildup of plastics. 1, cook. Okay, you want to cook your food in stainless steel pan. Try to avoid Teflon, and that goes beyond plastic, other harmful compounds, but stainless steel is best. Cast iron would be second. You can absorb some iron from that. It couldn't be the worst thing in the world, but if you absorb too much, it's obviously not a good thing. Right? So you want to cook. Avoid these prepackaged and processed foods that are packaged in these plastic containers, right? Things like TV dinners and whatnot that you just throw in the microwave. And so, here we go. The same principle of just cooking and getting local food. Stuff that's, if you get produce off the shelf, it's not even in plastic, right? So you don't have to worry about that in the first place. Try to get something that isn't prepackaged like that and cook your meal. So that's 1. Don't throw plastic containers in the microwave with food. Food can absorb the plastic, right? That's obviously one that I think a lot of us already knew. But storing food as well in the fridge in plastic is inadvisable as well. You're better off going for some glass or ceramic container, something like that. When it comes to drinking water, water bottles are probably the most common source of these micro and nanoplastics that we ingest into our bodies without even knowing it. And so, try to avoid water bottles. Go for something like a glass bottle. I have this glass or ceramic bottle. This is, pure glass here. And maybe go for filtered water, right? Because we know it's generally good to drink filtered water. Well, here's another reason, is tap water even contains albeit very small amounts, plastic. It does, So you're better off having filtered water out of a glass or ceramic bottle. So those are our first 3. A cutting board is one that we may not all have thought of. At first blush, it seems relatively innocuous to cut your food on a plastic cutting board or some other synthetic material, but go for a wood cutting board. That really solves your problems right there. Okay, now keeping your space clean is important in terms of breathing in these micro and nanoplastics, right? So we'd like to keep our area clean. That's good in general. If this gives you a reason to clean, well, that's good. Yeah, it's nice to have a clean house anyway, right? And it's a clear thinking environment, and it's just good for your lungs in general and good for your body. It's not just plastics you're breathing in, other harmful compounds, that can build up. So, that's definitely, excuse me, I don't think that was plastic because I'm outside, but so those are our first 5. And the last one is, don't use synthetic material when it comes to clothing. Don't buy clothing that has things like polyester or acrylic. Maybe go for stuff like cotton or wool or silk, right? And you can get plastics that are ingested into the body, or go into your body rather, not ingested, and absorbed through artificial materials. And this also goes for things like curtains and carpets. So, not necessarily to be so neurotic. I'm worried about my curtains because of plastic. It's just, if you're going to buy them anyway, why not just buy one that's a natural material, right? I mean, I think that's easy enough. And, maybe not the first thing that we all thought of when it came to ingesting or getting plastic in our bloodstream and in our tissues and bodies, right? So what can we do once we have all this plastic in our body, which can add up to about a credit card's worth of plastic a year, by the way, according to at least one source, which is a crazy amount of plastic. If you picture that in your body, little by little throughout the year, you're inhaling and ingesting. Well, really, it's hard to get rid of it, as aforementioned, once it's in there. So again, the preventative measures are the most important here. But having organic foods, having more fiber, exercising will help you to sweat more, and especially intense exercise, and maybe help to excrete some of this plastic in your body, and just following all the rules that we just said, right? So that's what we got for you guys. Plastic. We had a question about it. I think it was a good one, that a lot of people may overlook. It's an overlooked thing, is the plastic you're getting from water bottles. And you think, for example, and I use them as an example because they're really one of the primary sources we're getting these microplastics into our bodies. And you think it's good because it's clean water and it comes from a spring, and that is great. But maybe just get a filter and throw it on your sink, and that'd be a whole lot better. Reverse osmosis filters are supposed to be the best. So who do we got on here? Say what's up to everybody. And we're gonna go cook some food in a stainless steel pan. Some fresh food. Mark Fisher, Ma, what's up? Love you. Jeremy, hey. Zeus, how you doing? Insta Aaron, OG Dave. That's the beast from the east. What's up? I did weighted core today, man. It was a good one. I felt good. Weighted V-ups. I did weighted planks. Joshy Joe, what's up? Killer Chinchilla, how you doing? Devin Jake and Communist Harpy. V Pamillo, thank you guys for the support. Now go support yourselves. Art is life. Nice. Yeah. I got to see some of the art that you post. I'm sure it's pretty good if that's your handle there. As for now. So we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but you're damn right we'll see you then. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much. Happy When Wellness. We'll see you later.